So, what do I have here? I hurried to the scene, but then I ended up tripping when I heard someone call me name from behind. I think that contradicts this particular testimony, based on the fact that the only person standing behind some guy was Kira. And, you know, she had a death note and everything. And, you know, basically that. The double point! Yes! The double point! It is the greatest moment of any game ever. Of any video game ever. The double point. The person contradicting this man's testimony is none other than you! Miss Kira! Are you both pointing at me? At the tiny instant, that man heard someone's voice call his name. That voice belongs to you, Miss Kira. It could not have been done anyone else. And yet, in your testimony, you stated that you were in such shock during tonight's events that you could not even speak. Slam! This is a clear contradiction. Objection. What is the meaning of this, defender? Can you really claim to trust this sham for witness in his sham for testimony? Objection. That man's character designed the point. His testimony is anything but a sham. As he watched the flames erupt, his attention was drawn to a voice behind him, which in turn made him fall over. He heard a woman's voice calling his name, a very concrete reason and reason enough to believe his testimony. Objection! Slam! Come on, and slam, if you want to jam. And if it is as you say, then explain why you feel this witness is somehow responsible. That's right, why me? People barely hear me when I'm outside my flowers. That's how soft my voice is. And besides, there was another woman at the scene, wasn't there? Me? What are you getting at, young lady? Do you honestly think a woman my age would be out late at night in the forest filled with questionable men? Guys, have you completely forgotten that we have a map of where everyone was? Idiots. Besides, I didn't even know this pathetic man's name. How could I have called him out to him? Neither did I! And even if I did know his name, do you really think he's the kind of guy any self-respecting girl would want? Oh, pour some guy. Pour some guy a drink. As I was saying, the only person that guy could have heard from behind him was you, Miss Kira. The defense wishes to present evidence to prove this claim. The area map, maybe. They all have, like, no they have worse memory than I do. To accuse a witness like this young lady here, why, this is simply unheard of. I must warn you, defender, if you cannot prove your accusation to the court, you will see the underside of my gavel. Of justice! Shows the evidence proving this young lady was the one who called out to this man at the time of the crime. That's gonna be the area map. Take a look at this and have your answer. This is the crime scene sketch. You can see the position of each witness during the crime. The only person that he could have possibly heard from behind him was none of them, Miss Kira. Objection. Ow! Let's do some Blue Knight. I will only tell you this one more time. A Shamford witness yields only a Shamford testimony. That's all there is to it. Oh, look at him. He's so sad. Oh, poke the drunk guy. Oh, poke the drunk guy. Poke the drunk guy. Did you in fact see this flower girl's face? You know, now that I mention it, seeing her fall down and all, I don't think I saw her face. Okay, but you heard her voice, right? Let me think. The voice came out of nowhere. It was kind of high-pitched. And I guess it kind of sounded like her, but I can't say whether or not it was this girl's voice. And there you have it, Sir Blue Knight. Such a pity. Huh? Jeez. You know those things, those deaths are expensive, right? My lord, it is clear the defence claim is but nothing but a pointless waste of the court's time. I recommend you deliver unto them a penalty befitting such behaviour. Oh, indeed, Inquisitor. Ready yourself, defender. I'm gonna lose a life. Or not. Ready for epic face? Pardon me, my lord. It looks like you finally arrived at a decision. That means this had nothing to do with me. Isn't that right, Inquisitor Barnum? What are you saying? I'm saying that it's time for you to stop peddling sesame and get back to peddling flowers. I mean, look at all these flowers left over. It's going to take till sunrise to sell them if I stay here any longer. Or maybe, my lord, you and the rest of the court will be interested in buying my entire stock of flowers to help a girl out? Oh, she's trying the sweet talk. She's doing the April-May. Oh, no, I don't... I mean... Then it's settled. Now, if you'll excuse me, my apologies for the interruption. Understood. The court will dismiss this witness. Well, Miss Kira, it would seem you begins to show your court your true colours. Oh, whatever do you mean? Okay then, everyone. It looks like that's that. Hold it. Wait, you can't leave yet. The cross-examination isn't over. You know, Phoenix's slams just seem kind of pathetic compared with Layton's. Just saying, Capcom. Now that's funny. You say it isn't over, and yet the rest of the court seems to think otherwise. Isn't that right, Inquisitor Barnum? The Inquisition maintains the real witch is the accused, Espella Cantabella. This girl is nothing more than a witness. As such, the court cannot force her to stay against her will. This is bad if they let her walk out now. Nick, do you think she could be the real witch? You feel like throwing around accusations, don't you, Sir Defender? Let's split out for you one last time so even you can understand. I didn't know this man's name at all before today. I still don't remember it. So how can I have called out to him? Do you get it now? Now then, until we meet again, don't forget to buy flowers on your way home, everyone. And she's gone. Fade into black because the animation budget was pretty terrible. Meanwhile, Layton! One moment, please, Miss Kira. And unfade. Is there something else you wanted? You don't seem to realise what you just let slip. What are you talking about? This man testified that he heard his name called at the crime scene. However, you had no knowledge of his name at that time, is that correct? That's right, this weirdo's just imagining things. Like I said, I've already forgotten his name, even though he told it to us earlier. There's just one problem, Miss Kira. Namely what the voice he heard tonight was actually saying. Huh? Gee, I wonder what that could be. Herpa derpa derp. They do take a very long time to get round to a very simple question. What do you mean? That's obvious, it was a name, wasn't it? What was that name again? Some guy. His name is some guy. You're saying that what this man heard tonight wasn't a name, but rather something else entirely? Indeed I am, Inquisitor Barnum. Something else. Aha! Phoenix has got it! Phoenix has got it! That's the moment. That moment where it's just clicked. There we go. Phoenix knows what he's doing. There's only one other thing it could be. It's a stretch, but the possibility's there. That's right, Mr. Wright. That single possibility is the key to solving this mystery. Is the defense ready to present its evidence to the court? Oh, this is ridiculous! I'd imagine let me go this instant! Dang it, where's Epic Face? I guess you don't get Epic Face yet then, fine. Witness, what you're being accused of is not to be taken lightly. You will not leave this courtroom so long as any reasonable doubt remains. Ellipses! Defender, you may present your evidence. Show the court what the voice this man heard tonight was really saying. I wonder what that could be. It was obviously saying some guy, because, you know, see, Demir causes anything the caster touches to vanish from sight. Simply chant some guy to make it reappear. Ah, there we go. That must be it. Excuse me, mister. I'm sorry, what's your name again? You've got a name that no one seems to be able to remember for some reason. Why don't you've just looked it up in the Grand Grimoire, like what pretty much what his name sounds like. Hey, it's some guy! My name's some guy, darn it! How many times am I gonna say it? Some guy, some guy, some guy, some guy, some guy. No matter the number of times you say it, you do not look like an emir. Again, I only remember my most loyal customer's name, and he doesn't look like he'd afford even a single daisy. Come on, guys, stop kicking the guy when he's down. I feel kind of bad for some guy. Mr. Some Guy, what you heard tonight at the Queen crime scene was not your name. Your name just so happens to sound exactly like a certain other name. Another name? The answer is right here in this tome. I'm talking about some guy. Some guy? What he actually heard at the time wasn't his own name. It was the name of a magical incantation. Logic attack! Miss Kira, have you forgotten what you said just a few minutes ago? You quite clearly stated you didn't know this man's name. So, Blue Knight, let me get this straight. You'll say that the Amir heard by this witness was actually said by this flower girl. And that it was not his name at all, but rather the incantation of magic spell. That's pretty much exactly what we're saying, yeah, good summary. The defense poses the following. The true criminal, this supposed witch, is not the defendant, Mrs. Spella Cantabella. But instead, the witness who was heard uttering the magic incantation, Miss Kira, she's a witch. You used magic to vanish from the scene and tried to frame Miss Cantabella instead. Small ellipses, medium-sized ellipses, longer ellipses. No! It's that girl. Is Spella really not a witch? Unbelievable, I've never heard anything like this. Inquisitor Barnum. Have those who really defeated Inquisitor Barnum? Ow. 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 An impressive display of the Blue Knight. It would seem you finally managed to earn your blade. However, I believe that blade's edge is already beginning to dull. What do you mean? I'm referring to a contradiction, naturally. Hey, that's my lie. You don't know what a contradiction is. You don't even know what logic is. You can't do this. My Lord of the Inquisition would like to set the record straight regarding what transpired this evening. Very well, Inquisitor Batman. So, Blue Knight, you claim the following. At the time of the crime, the accused Spella Cantabella was surrounded by the two rogues. They, in order to frame the accused as a witch, Miss Kira cast a spell Demir and made herself vanish. In those exact trees there. She then moved in close to the victims. At which point she cast Ignace, thus causing the incident seen by our witnesses tonight. Indeed, that does seem to be the claim. The problem is what happened next. There is a contradiction in the defense's account of Miss Kira's movements. What kind of contradiction? Allow me to continue. The witnesses have tasted that they each ventured out towards the crime scene. Okay. Which is when Miss Kira the witch made her way to this point while still invisible. When she arrived at said spot, she then cast a mirror and reappeared to join the other witnesses. And there you have it. That is accurate, isn't it, Sir Blue Knight? Sure, I'll go along with that. I have but one question I would like you to answer. Why would a witch need to do such a thing? Why would a witch need to set people on fire in the first place? Let's start with that question. Suppose Miss Kira were a witch, surely she would not have made the conscious decision to reappear when she did. One would imagine she would remain hidden and flee the crime scene. Quite right, that's what I'd do if I was a witch. Ow! Dude, that crying. Has that just been going on in the background the whole time? Given that point, there would be no viable reason for us to recite the incantation. In other words, well, it's inconceivable that this flower seller, Miss Kira, could be a witch. Well, you know, there's probably some kind of upkeep cost. Maybe she ran out of mana. Could be something like that. What just happened? Is that girl, is Kira not really not a witch? Inquisitor Barnes just turned this entire trial right around. Just what I expect from Labyrinthia's Sword of Justice. TSM, 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 TSM. Okay, 4. Only 4. Okay, now we're ready for Epic Face. That is the most yandere face I have ever seen.
That's right. You all heard it. It's just as Inquisitor Barnum said.
That's about as yandere as the girl from Higurashi. I'm gonna be honest.
Me?
Renner, is it?
A witch? The idea is laughable.
Voice acting! Not good. She's completely bounced back onto her feet.
Oh, we were so close too. I can't believe you quizzed about him. Can't he see it? Can't he see it? You just have to take one good look at her. It's obvious she's the real witch here. She's the real witch.
I told you to go wait in the waiting room, Luke. Jeez, get out of here. Go take Maya with you as well. Remember, Mr. Wright, at times like this, a cool head will prevail. Mr. Layton, I'm sure you've had to fight your way out of circumstances such as these many times before. Oh yeah. So many times. The situation is no different. As a defense attorney, what would you usually do at such a time? What would I usually do? Of course. There's only one thing that can get me out of a situation like this. I've got to flip this case on his head and think outside the box. Using the power of logic. It would seem the defense has nothing further to add.
Why, of course, but that's because everyone knows the truth. They know the girl right there is the real witch. That settles it then. Go ahead and deliver your verdict, my lord.
Objection!
Oh, Phoenix looks like he knows what he's doing. Oh, that face. That is the face of confidence. Let's go for it. The situation exactly as you described in Quiz to Batman. It really doesn't make much sense for the witch to have used him here. Okay. Regardless, the defense still maintains that Miss Kira did utter that incantation and make herself reappear. Now the question is, for what reason? If she really didn't have to use that spell, then why did she use it in the first place? If I can find the answer to that question, then this entire case will start to unravel. I'm pretty sure you said that about everything. It's just, this one piece of evidence is the key to the trial. Okay, no, this one piece of evidence is the key to the trial. Okay, no, if we can just get this piece of evidence, then everything will start to unravel. Oh, no, we just want one more piece of evidence, and then everything's done. Yeah, it's like... Jeez. Most fascinating. Very well, allow us to hear this theory of yours. Tell the court why it was necessary for the witch to appear at the crime scene. Well, we're still in the game. Once we eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. That sounds familiar. I feel like some other detective has, some kind of detective-like thing has said that in the past. Who was it? Oh, Miss Marple, obviously. Yeah, Miss Marple was always saying that. The reason Miss Kira reappeared at the scene of the crime was to become a witness, to give herself an alibi, or to cover up her crime. Honestly, knowing how this turns out, this could actually be two of these, but I'm going to go with to cover up her crime, because that's what I went with the first time, and it was correct. Although I couldn't really see the difference between to cover up her crime and to create an alibi for herself. Whatever. I can't think of any other possibility. That has to be the answer. Isn't it obvious she was trying to cover up her own crime? Oh, is that right? Tell me, why would she do that? Okay, 1 minute. Wait, hang on. What? I'm just getting to that part. Hold on. That will not be necessary, Sir Blue Knight. Huh? Think about it. What would she have to hide? If no one could even see her to begin with. Oh my god! You know, okay, first time I saw this, I thought she like emptied all the flowers out and put the flower basket on her head, and that was that. So it was like a bag of flowers. Now apparently she's just looking down. I didn't realise this for a long time. I thought she was just so ashamed that she's just like, I'll just put my basket on my head now. No matter how you look at it, there'd be no reason for me to reappear. Wow, that came out a really weird word. No matter how you look at it, there'd be no reason for me to reappear. Assuming I was the criminal, that is. I can't argue with her there. Layton objection! The best kind of objection! I want to hear Luke shout objection! Oh, I don't think it happens in this... Okay, by the end of the game, we need to hear Luke shout objection. We need it. This is now... something this game absolutely needs. If this game does not have Luke shouting objection, at least 1 point. 0 out of 10. Not with the pickup. Pardon the interruption, but that's not really necessarily the case. Mr. Layton. Face of evil. Explain yourself, Sir Top Hat. You stated that Miss Kira had no reason to reappear. However, the situation changed and it became necessary for her to show herself. Isn't that right, Miss Kira?
Huh? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean.
It would seem the defense must clarify their argument with evidence.
Oh, goddamn pesky evidence. Why does everyone want me to give evidence?
Mr. Wright, I believe that Miss Kira did not intend to reveal herself at the crime scene. Rather that something occurred which forced this young lady to make herself reappear. What was so important that she had to reappear and risk being spotted? Defender! Tell the court why it would have been necessary for the witch to reappear at this crime scene.
I wonder what she could have left at the crime scene. I'm going to present the glasses that we have literally just been sitting in our inventory and we haven't even mentioned since halfway through the last section.
Take that!
That's what I like about this game. Sometimes it's really, really obvious and you're like, oh my god, get to the point already. But sometimes it's really subtle. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this isn't subtle to some people, I don't know. Miss Kira, you use her glasses, is that correct? Huh?
Nom 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 nom.
It's like I already told you. I lost my glasses a few days ago.
Are you absolutely sure about that? Or did you not, in fact, lose them tonight during the crime? Da da da!
She's shaking. Of course not.
Perhaps you accidentally dropped them while you were committing the crime. Then as you were attempting to make your escape, you noticed they were gone. Slam! Therefore you made yourself reappear, in order to search for the missing glasses.
Victory music!
Okay, hair in eyes. Oh, that victory music, amazing.
No!
Objection!
How absurd, such baseless conjecture. What you propose is fundamentally flawed. What do you mean? Let us assume hypothetically that the witch did in fact drop this evidence. That does not explain what purpose it would serve for her to make herself reappear. It would still make more sense for her to escape under cover of darkness.
Objection!
Unfortunately, Inquisitor Barnum, that such a plan was not possible.
Mr. Wright, do you understand what I'm saying? Herpaderpaderp.
It means the reason Miss Kira made herself reappear at the crime scene. Okay, this is it.
To find her glasses. She can't see anything without her glasses.
Defender, enlighten us! Why did the witness feel the need to make herself reappear?
Someone found her glasses, she couldn't find her glasses, or she broke her glasses. She couldn't find them! Oh, poor girl.
That's just simple, Your Honor. She couldn't find her glasses. She could now find them. If you notice, she's still not wearing her glasses right now. Hold a moment, Sir Blue Knight. What does that have to do with anything?
That's right, it doesn't change a single thing.
Objection!
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 I object to your objection.
I object to your objection by objection. That's why you're wrong. In fact, it changed things quite a bit. Tonight, the two victims were engulfed by flames, courtesy of a magic spell. That very instant, 4 witnesses saw the flames erupt at the scene. It was at that point that something you didn't expect occurred. You suddenly lost your glasses.
And you can't see anything without your glasses.
That's right, you were scared that if your glasses were discovered at the scene of the crime, you would be suspected of being a witch.
Objection!
What foolishness, even if her glasses were found. She could simply have explained that she dropped them there days before the crime happened.
Objection!
Everyone's getting in on this objection action, except Luke.
Oh my god, Luke! Oh my god, Luke, what is wrong with you? Luke, you need to pee.